citizens of Night City in Cyberpunk 2077 have evolved their own futuristic slang for everything from food, kibble, to death, zeroed, so naturally, and their insults are pretty inventive as well. The barbs are actually quite catchy despite highlighting the cynical dystopian feel of the world they live in. For better immersion, or just as a fascinating study for curious wordsmiths, it is helpful to have some of Cyberpunk 2077 slang explained. The jargon used in Cyberpunk 2077 can feel a bit overwhelming to anyone new to the cyberpunk genre. Much of the vernacular used is taken from heavy science fiction combined with the original TTRPG by Mike Pondsmith called Cyberpunk. Much like large cities in the real world, Night City also has several subcultures which can be largely made of different races and gangs. These various locations and groups have many specific phrases that may be unique to them, further increasing the confusing nature of learning the meanings of all the slang. The heady world of cybernetic enhancement and technological muddle brings with it a dark and cynical feel to Night City and its occupants. Insults in the cyberpunk world have grown to be especially creative and common among the population. Derogatory terms in this harsh environment are expected, such as the cyberpunk slang term gonk, which means idiot or fool and is heard often throughout the game. Cyberpunk slang insults. Their definitions. Players can often tell whether something is an insult in Cyberpunk 2077 or not based on the context in which a word or term is used. However, there are some occasions where it may not be quite as obvious. The various jargon within the game can be a lot to take in, and even within the cyberpunk genre, there is some contention regarding the exact meanings of some words and phrases. This is a list of most of the common insults used within Cyberpunk 2077 and their meanings. Alien, a derogatory term used by Earthsiders for someone who lives in space. Borg, referring to cyborg, this is indicating those who have had many cybernetic surgeries across their bodies. Borgie, someone who is of low class or social standing. Corpo, short for corporate employee, used regarding people who are corporate sellouts. Players can also choose Corpo as a life path in Cyberpunk 2077. Dirty, anything that is outdated technology, specifically if it is low-tech, or is not connected to the net. Edge, something or someone who is not commonly socially accepted, the outskirts of society. Gonk, an idiot or foolish person. Vidiot, anyone who is addicted to video games or virtual reality. Weeful, a derogatory term that means someone is an inexperienced netrunner. Comprehending many of the unique terms used in Cyberpunk 2077 can help players get immersed in the Night City energy. Whether the slang gives a player a laugh or provides them with a better understanding of what is going on around them, the wording used in Cyberpunk 2077 can be remarkable.